Potty training your toddler can be like a daunting task. In today's video, I'll be talking about the strategies to potty training your toddler effectively. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. If it's your first time here, this is Motherhood Journey with Abiola. If you like this video and you want more content like this, ranging from pregnancy to postpartum lifestyle and motherhood in general, drop a comment on this video and ensure you subscribe to this channel. Let's build a team of mothers and even fathers that make a difference. When is the right time to start potty training your child? Now, this answer cannot be a straight one because every child is an individual on their own. And while a child can reach a milestone at a particular age, it can take more time or less time in other children. But the general rule of thumb is that most children are usually ready between the age of 18 months to 3 years. Now, a lot of people feels by the time their baby is around 3 months, 6 months, they should start potty training. Now, I'm not here to judge your parenting style. If you feel potty training your child that early is what works for you, then you are good to go. But the truth is, when you start potty training a child too early, you go through a lot of stress as a parent, a lot of emotional stress, and a lot of physical stress. There are some signs of readiness you should look out for before starting to potty train your child. Firstly, a child must be able to stay dry for up to 2 hours at intervals. Secondly, your child must have mastered the art of pulling up their pants and also pulling it off. Additionally, before potty training a child, the child must be able to follow simple commands. Furthermore, some kids, when it's time for them to get potty trained, they find diapers unpleasant. I remembered for my child, although for me, I took my time to start potty training because I was not ready for any emotional stress. And I realized that doing it at the right time was very easy for us, and I was able to potty train my child in about 2 or 3 weeks thereabout. So one of the signs of readiness I noticed in my baby is that he started finding diapers unpleasant. When you try to use diaper for him, he would ensure that he puts off the diaper. So if your child is showing such sign of readiness, then you are good to go to start potty training. Furthermore, when your child begins to let you know when they need to use the restroom, whether to pee or to poo, then you are good to go. Now, a lot of people usually ask if they can start potty training early. It all depends on you. You can choose to start early and you can choose to take your time. But the truth is, the later you start, the easier and the better for you. Let's talk about the strategies to potty training your child. Firstly, when it comes to kids, consistency matters. You have to set a system. You have to put a system in place. If you are choosing to potty train them in a particular place, ensure you continue like that until they are very used to that, because the moment you start jumping from one style to the other, you get them confused. Additionally, immediately you start potty training, even when you are going on a long journey, have a way of ensuring that they use the restroom, because it can get really confusing when you already stopped using diaper for a child and all of a sudden you started using it for them just because you are going on a journey. Furthermore, expect accidents and don't frown at it. Now, when I started potty training my child, although we did it in a short time, but then there were times whereby he would miscalculate. At some point, he would want to urinate, and before he would mention it, he's already so pressed, and before you know it, everywhere is messed up. So when such accidents occurs, ensure you don't frown at them. Another thing you should do is to always give praises. When you notice that your child is doing well, whether by urinating in the right place or by doing number 2 in the right place, ensure you give praises. Clap for them and let them know the reason why you are clapping. Do whatever works for you. Just ensure that you keep on appreciating them. They love it. Furthermore, there's one question you should never ask a toddler when potty training. And the question is, do you want to use the toilet? Do you want to urinate? A lot of times, the answer you will get is no, because remember, they are just transitioning from diaper to potty training, and most of the times they don't find it interesting. So the moment you start asking that question, don't expect to get a yes. Even when they are very pressed, they will still tell you no. Start the habit of regular toilet trips. Now, for urinating, you can time them every 2 to 3 hours. But if your baby is the type that loves to drink water a lot, just like my own child, then you might want to do it every 1 hour. Because before you know it, they urinate this moment, they want to urinate the next hour. And for number 2, what you want to do is set a routine. Whether you want to ensure that you make sure they sit on potty every morning, every evening, every afternoon, or whatever time works for you. And one thing you should never forget is that you need to teach them personal hygiene. So every time your child uses the restroom, ensure you teach them that it is important to wash their hands with soap and water. When it comes to nighttime potty training, it can be a daunting task for parents, because trust me, you will have to sacrifice your sleep, you will have to sacrifice your comfort. Also, look out for body cues. If my baby wants to urinate in the middle of the night, you will notice that he will get so restless. It's very important to know your baby's cue when it comes to using the restroom. Lastly, before I go today, when it comes to potty training, ensure you do it one step at a time. Do not get frustrated. Do not get pressured. If you try at a particular time and you notice that your child is not ready, or it's taking so much stress, so much emotional stress and all of that, you can take a pause, take a break and start all over again. And that is all I have for you today. See you in my next video. Bye.